Yeah, a good win. I was just talking to the team. It was like three very different sets. The first set we built a huge lead and then just like worked hard to keep it. They went on like a little run towards the end, but I just thought we did a nice job jumping on them early, going and getting a big lead and winning. Second set was like 10-10 or 11-11, like really close in the middle. Then we went on like a little run and then another run and then another run and then like the score at the end. At 25-15, like didn't look close, but for I'd say half of that set it was. And then the third set it was point for point. I feel like we were down almost that whole set. There was one timeout that they called. We were down one. I said, okay, right now this is where we take the lead, and they ended up coming out of that serve with a 2-point lead. And then it was just point for point, and so I love that again. We had to find a way to win it. I think was it you that got the block at the end? It was one of these two. I got a nice block, and I thought their outsides did a really nice job against us in the match, and so it was good to get a block to finish it. And a little different. Like we were prepared for one lineup for them, and got a very different lineup than what we expected. I thought 0 came in and was really good for them early. It was just like complete opposite of the scout that we had of their other outsides, and so found some success. But I like that like each set her numbers went down a little bit, so I thought we defended her better as the match went on.
Questions?
Would you take us through kind of the evolving connection with Jaya and how you felt like she was able to be really effective today in her opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, obviously this week brought a lot of changes with her going 6 rotations, but I really appreciate how she like embraced the change and really embraced the new opportunity. Like there was never a moment of hesitation from her, and never a moment of like, oh, I'm not sure if I can do this. Like she went in and we practiced the rotations, and she is actually super efficient from the back row, and she outdug me today, so she's obviously also really good in defense. And we were joking in the third set, she got her first career ace, right? So I feel like there were just like a bunch of milestones that like make me excited for what's yet to come, and it's just like what's it called? Like a testament to how deep our team is and how much talent like each one of us has to just like completely switch roles or like extend their roles. And so yeah, really like congrats to her, obviously.
Jaya, how do you feel playing all 6 days, especially with a lot of those serves?
Yeah, I felt confident honestly because I mean it's something that like we like our coaches like would have me like randomly work on it like during the spring, like at the beginning of the summer. So like I kind of had an idea, and then like I think my team just is very patient with me because obviously it's not something I do a lot. And so having their patience while also knowing that they're confident in me as well, it really makes me more confident. And then obviously like on the sets, like I'm able to produce, and with our passers passing, like it's just a whole team thing. So really, I was just confident because my team made me feel that way.
Anna, you hit better the second ball of the day to get a kill, and then you went behind the line and got into a rhythm serving wise. I know that point for point, you guys are really good at resetting, but how big is the start like that where you make both plays and kind of get into a good rhythm early to set tone?
Yeah, I feel like we always talk about how we want to find a rhythm behind the serving line. We want to be the best serving team in the country, and I think what makes our team so great at serving is that it's not always the same people that shine in a game behind the serving line, and it can be everyone. Like it's not just, oh, she had a lucky day or a good day. Like we know we have the capabilities for each one of us to go back there and to string points together. And I'm happy that I found my serve today really well, because I've been struggling a little bit in the last couple of weeks. And so just the confidence that we get from the coaches and the confidence that we have into each other, that each one of us can go back there and make a change and get us a lead in the game is just huge. And we emphasize it a lot in practice, and I think it's noticeable in our games.
Anna, talk to me about your sets today. I noticed especially in the second set you were feeding it a lot to Abby Hayes, and then she finally got a kill. What was the thought process behind some of that placement and like switching sides?
Yeah, I think today, we talked about it in the locker room, their serving pressure was really, really good from South Florida. And our passes were mostly 2s, which means they were mostly at the 10-foot line. And so we had to go a little bit more pin to pin. But I do think that coming into this weekend, like I've been wanting to set Abby more balls, get her more confidence, get her more acclimated to big games. Obviously she's a freshman, she's new, but her confidence will grow with more reps. And I feel like today she had an amazing game. She converted really well, and I'm just really proud of what she's done. And I'll definitely find her again tomorrow.
Hey, late three, that's the kind of the one that was up in the air. And obviously, the volleyball goes, if you steal three, you change the complexion of the match a little bit. But your serving late seemed to kind of disrupt them a lot. What was your strategy and mentality behind the line as you try to kind of flip that one?
For serving for me, like, I would go back there and like, I was just more like, cause I serve a lot in like warm-ups and stuff, and I feel like I do a pretty good job at it, so I was already like pretty confident, and then Adam would tell me like where to serve at, and like he'd always go, and then I was like, yeah, and then I would take a breath like always right before I toss it, and I feel like that just really helped me recenter and focus and really get the ball in there.
Did you build confidence as each serve seemed to kind of get them out of, obviously the first one they miscommunicated on it, and the
Yes.
next one got them out of the system, like were you building confidence as you were letting go?
I think that honestly it is harder to keep serving because you're like, ooh, again. So I think out of the timeout, I think my serve was like going out. Like I got really under the ball, and she passed it, and so I was like, oh, thank goodness. But I think that's something that like I would love to work on is like being like, oh yeah, again, like let's go. Like I can do it again. But sometimes it just gets you a little anxious. But so I would say today I would kept getting more anxious as my runs got longer. But every time I went back to serve, I feel like I was confident.
Coach, what do you
Yeah.
think changed from the second set, third set in comparison to the first set? Was it adjustments that were made on the other side of the net, or was it a mentality thing as far as just it being really close at the beginning?
Yeah, I think second set, it just sometimes happens. When the start of sets, it can just be close. You can kind of like trade points. They did a nice job siding out early, but I never felt like I didn't feel like nervous in that second set. Like I felt like the run was coming. We were serving well in that set, so it was just a matter of getting there. And again, I just thought zero for them was really effective. And then like we slowly started getting the right touches. We started digging her, and so as that progressed, like I thought the second set got there. The third set, I didn't feel like defensively we were good enough, and that's what we talked about in the locker room just now. That our blocking could have been just a little bit better. I thought some of our digs could have been just a little bit better. So I thought that was the area in that third set that I just felt like we need to be better at moving forward, and it's something that we'll definitely look at and do better tomorrow.